Oh my God, everybody's concerned about this. You know, whatever is going on. Oh, that's a long oh, okay. Are you able to see the comments? Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and go through this. I do see this thing. However, you should probably just continue too. Did give me a thumbs up, so oh wait. Okay, there we go. I thought I hit send. I forgot to hit send. She probably like, where's the link? Right. Hey Melanie, good morning. Good morning. Okay. So we got a crazy. Oh, there she is. Hey Trish.
Good morning. Hi.
All right, on the YouTube side, I know the last couple weeks we were having problems with sound. Can you hear us pretty well now? Hey Gina. You guys can put it in the chat if you can hear us really well. We don't have problems with pictures and being able to hear us clearly. Let's see if we can do it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Let's do this. Okay. Well, people are doing it. Okay, well, we'll keep doing it for the rest of the day. All right. Let's see guys. This is the first week here today for the test. And pizza and Chris, which is this happening at the end of the lesson in the bones and the beautiful before the week of January 1st to January 13th. So we used to start at the end of the lesson first and then the second week before we started the before the very beautiful and then we did a two sessions of 50 script and we also did other stuff in which was I know y'all got a lot of people and the whole bench. Wait a minute. All right. So, anywho, let's go ahead and jump into this. So, for the young and the restless, for the week of January 9th, Devon demanded that Sheila really allow him to have a position. Devon actually learned about the Paris, really indicating really a bad time to commit largely by feeling that people really help so, where you got in the okay. That's what you want to tell them. That's not fair. Yeah, I would. That was weird. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, it was one thing that you found out that they were police because you found out that they were police because of you. Right. It makes no sense to me at all.
Right. Yeah. And
Exactly.
I have different ringtones on my phone for um my different friend groups and family members. And then like you said, I hear people at work with some of the same ringtones that I use. So that wouldn't have even triggered me. That was such a silly way of discovering that whole setup. Now finally confronts Audra, the way Audra kind of puts it on him was like, well, you're a bad judge character. Because the second time somebody has basically tried to get one over on you. Well, gaslighting, psychopath. Right. And that was kind of unfair in my opinion because Devon really wasn't the one to hire her. Still hire her. Right. And the issue with Nate, like Nate is his cousin. Of course he wouldn't think that Nate would do something like that. So I don't know. I didn't think that was a fair assessment of Devon's judgment of character. No. If there was an alley, if there was a fight in the alley, I would want it to be an Audra and I don't want to take Audra out. Throwdown week on Y&R.
That's so crazy.
And I'm not a violent person.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is just jacked up to me. I mean, so where does Tucker go from here? Ashley's gone. Devon doesn't want to be bothered anymore. I mean, I know he tried to get with Phyllis to burn it all down from what we saw, but where do they go from here at this point?
Just a bunch of Tucker begging and pleading for forgiveness from Devon and from Ashley. That's about all I can think of right now.
Yeah, give me a 10th chance. Give me a 15th chance. Give me a 20th chance.
Now, I did see Monday's episode, and for those guys who are new over here, is sometimes we do drop little spoilers here and there. So if you're not into spoilers, I understand, but this is something we've been doing for 3 years since we've had this platform on the podcast side. I won't give it all away, but there will be a meeting between Devon and Tucker once again, but it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, I imagine so.
I bet not.
The thing that kind of annoys me with Tucker is, of course, he's trying to justify like all the things that he was trying to do as far as Devon and his company, you know, him saying he just wanted to work with his son. And then the thing that he was doing with Ashley, saying that he just wants her to be happy. And it's like, that's understandable, but how about just being straightforward with them and telling them what you want and giving them the option to say yes or no, I'll give you a chance and I want to work with you, instead of going behind their back and being sneaky and deceptive and lying and, you know what I mean, all of that stuff, because that's going to hurt your relationship with them even more.
Right. You really think they're going to stick around after you do something like that? Exactly. You really think they're going to be grateful that you hurt everybody else around them to do something that would only benefit you and that person? I mean, right. What kind of a brain is so miswired that that's what it thinks is okay?
Especially considering the goal for him was to come between Jack and Ashley and Devon and Lily. Like, you're purposely trying to put a wrench in those sibling relationships. Devon isn't going to accept that as an excuse.
Plan was, I'm going to take over Jabot. I'm going to take over the Chancellor Winters too, and then I'll give ruling power to Chancellor Winters to Devon, and then give Ashley the chance to run Jabot by stealing it first. It doesn't make sense.
Well, no, it wasn't to give Devon power. It was for him to have power and work with Devon.
Oh, you're right.
He wasn't giving anybody 100% of anything.
Yeah,
this was all about his power and control over them and the companies to basically be an overlord of all things Genoa City. And it's like, nobody asked you to come back. Nobody wanted you to come back. Now you've come back. You've tried to infiltrate your way into everybody's lives with lies and deception and not stating the reason you're there and causing all kinds of treachery. So, no, thank you.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he had to figure that it was going to blow up in his face. But the crazy thing, which who just mentioned that, it was Melanie Corley, about the fact that Audra is still going to work over at Newman Media after Nate found out what she did.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, ridiculousness.
What you got to say? I know you sound like you got something to say about that, Keisha.
Well, the fact that Nate didn't even, and he says it, you know, when Audra tells him the truth about what happened, but the fact that he hired her and didn't even think to go and at least talk to Lily, because Lily will talk to, even though she's, still a little mad at Nate. Like, she would have a conversation with Nate about Audra. Like, you didn't even think to go back there and say, hey, just wanted to see, I know Audra's done working with you guys. She, I'm thinking about hiring her over at Newman. Would you recommend it? Or how did you like her work? How did things end? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he knows that the IPO hasn't been announced yet. So my thought would be, it's not even announced. So how are you done already with your, working for Chancellor Winters?
Yeah, I mean,
like, that would have sparked something for me.
Exactly. I mean, my thing is, you putting her second in command of the company. You're talking about the COO position. So why wouldn't you go and say, hey, what's going on with Audra? I heard that she's finished the assignment, blah, blah, blah. And of course, Lily would have been like, what do you mean finish the assignment? She was a mole just like you.
Right.
Right. So yeah, that whole thing is a hot mess, and it just does not look good as him being a leader. When I'm surprised, I wonder what Victoria and maybe even Victor are going to say when they found out that the COO was trying to, or will they even care? What do you think?
They didn't care about Nate.
Yeah, they didn't care about Nate. Victoria thought it was just business.
Yeah.
Right. And I wonder. I feel like Nate or not Nate, Devon and Lily are also going to be upset with Nate, because it's like, not only did you try to steal our companies from us, but you wouldn't hire somebody who also was deceptive to us and was trying to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And you're our cousin, but you want to mend our relationship, but you keep doing things that say the opposite, that say you don't really care about mending our relationship. Yeah. Like, I know that they're not talking right now, or that they're not in a good space with each other. But if I was Nate, I would be like, not in a way where I'm judging Audra for what she did, because what Nate did honestly was worse, because that's family.
Yeah.
But I would look at it as, you know what, I'm trying to mend my relationship with my family. It's not going to look good if I go and hire somebody as my second in command who was trying to destroy their company. Like, I know that I did it, but now I see, that what I did was a terrible mistake, and I don't want to do anything to add more fuel to the fire when it comes to our relationship. So it's just not a good look for me to do this.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is going to push them even further apart. Uh-huh. And then remember, and I guess we can kind of switch and go into that direction, is the whole situation between Lily and Devon, because Devon wants to buy back Hamilton Winters from Chancellor. Yeah.
And I don't see. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, no, I was going to say, I don't understand why Jill and Lily are so surprised or shocked that he wants to do that, considering all the issues that they have had since they've merged. Like, if you've had two people try to take your company from you, like, you've been deceived by two people, and then nobody is seeing eye to eye.
No, nobody. Everybody's just as far apart as ever.
And to me, the fact that Jill and Lily are still trying to push forward, like immediately push forward with this whole IPO thing after suffering two mishaps within their company, you would think that they would say, okay, how about we just take a break? Let's just do business as usual. We'll talk about IPO later on down the line, after things are settled, after, we kind of got our feet back under us, and, whatever else. Like, I don't understand why they keep insisting on jumping into this IPO thing. Yeah,
I agree. I've definitely public before, and I will tell you, it is not easy. You have got your, the hairs on the back of your neck should be standing up at every moment you're going through that process. It is, it's like running through the gauntlet. Okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
I also I don't like that he went to jail first and not his sister.
Yeah, now I agree with you on that too, Keisha. He should have had a conversation with Lily.
Yeah. I think that's actually even the worst part for Lily. That he went behind her back to Jill before he talked to her.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing is, what do you think about what Lily said about calling Devon Victor Newman?
That's a bit harsh.
I don't think he's anything like Victor. I don't think what he's doing right now or what he wants right now it's not unreasonable. Like, she's making it sound like Devon is just being completely and totally unreasonable for wanting to back out of their merger. Like, he's got obvious valid reasons for wanting to not, be merged with him anymore. There's just been too much drama that has happened.
Exactly. Right. Did you see what Honey Smile said? She said, "I'll never understand why Lily is still working at Chancellor Winters after everything that transpired. She used to be in fashion. Why can't she go back to that?" What do you think about her leadership?
I just think she's had a bad run, and I think mainly it's because of the IPO thing.
I think it goes all the way back to basically pushing and pushing and pushing. Family work together, family work together, family work together. If she just would have gone in there and focused on her job and not worried about trying to employ everybody together, she could have had a great track. But she started with all of this, I'm going to make this big move. Well, yeah, you're making a big move and you're begging your brother to give up his and his dad's legacy together.
Yeah.
To pull it into yours. So why don't you go and do your job with the company that hired you and focus on somebody else? Because he said no at least 10 times.
Yeah.
Now Jenna says that what she said he is like Victor in the sense that he's a control freak. Do you guys agree with that?
I think he does want to control because of the fact that he and Neil built it. He doesn't want to have to answer to a board that is coming from just basically throwing money at something. No sweat equity, no real ties to what he and his dad built. I think that's where this comes in. There's other areas of his life where he's been very giving, and I do think he does have some control issues, but I don't think he's a total control freak.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that's I like Chris said, I think there are aspects of him that can come off as controlling, but in this situation where he's just trying to protect his company, I don't think that puts him in the category of a control freak. I just think he wants to protect what he has built. Like you guys said, that was something he built with his dad, and he has a right to want to do everything that he can to protect it and make sure that nobody takes it away from him.
Wow. Okay, so Honey Smile says people keep forgetting Devon is a billionaire. He could dismantle Hamilton Winters and start another business. Jill and Lily need Devon, not the other way around. What do you think?
Well, I don't know about that because, I don't know Jill's full asset, but Chancellor Winters is a is a what do you call a conglomerate,
right?
According to what I remember. So I would imagine that Jill's sitting on some billions herself. I don't know that they've ever said it or said that she's a billionaire, but I don't know how you own and run Chancellor Winters and you're not a billionaire.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Like, why does it seem like Lily and Jill are desperate to do this IPO thing? Like, I haven't heard them say anything about Chancellor struggling or anything like that. So I don't understand why they. Yeah, it's to me, if your company is not, if you're not hurting, then just let it go. just let it go. Take some time to think about it, and in a couple of years or whatever, if you still want to do it, then go back to it. But right now, like, I don't know. Why are you guys, why do they seem so desperate to hold on to Devon's part of the company and do this IPO?
Because that's Lily's mark.
So
her first big step.
So Trish, you have experience in this IPO thing, right?
Yes.
Usually it's to open up the company for more investors to bring more access and more financials to the company, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's where that whole thing is coming from. If you need an IPO, you're looking for help. Am I correct?
If you are looking for a way to maximize what you already have and build and compound upon that so that you can go out and purchase other companies that will complement and enhance what you already have. It does not necessarily mean that you're begging for money. That you see plans where you can double fold, triple fold, quadruple fold what your company valuation is. And it all has to do with wrapping things up and having more money and more power. And at time, it is definitely, there are companies that definitely use it for the injection of cash flow. And those companies are on smaller boards, small cap boards, and not your big, stock exchanges.
Sector.
I don't think it's that he doesn't want to grow the company. I think that he doesn't want to give up control of making decisions unilaterally. When you, as y'all know, when you have a public company, you have a board of people. They sometimes defer to leadership, and then other times, depending upon how much money they've put into it, they want to control the decisions. And sometimes, as we all know, it can lead into hostile takeovers.
Yeah, because he's saying I don't want to have to answer to a board. If we want to do something, if we want to make decisions about something, we shouldn't have to answer to a board of people. We should be able to do it ourselves.
Exactly.
Okay, then that makes sense. All right. Let's move on to the situation of Sally and the pills.
Oh my God, Chloe. I mean, is she wanting to lose a friend?
Chloe just cannot mind her business.
So
oh, well, sure. But, I mean, Sally can decide when to do that. It's not like she's going to wait 6 months. She can. If Sally wants to take another 2 or 3 days, you need to leave your nose out of it. You need to let your friend do what she needs to do to process this absolutely life-changing thing that's happened.
Yeah, she literally just found out.
Right.
And just like Chloe is jumping down her throat, just like she always does, trying to tell somebody what to do.
Always been that way. If y'all remember when she first came on the show, she and Lily, when they met, they sort of hit it off at first, but then within like 2 days, it was crazy. She's always been this way.
Yeah, you talk about somebody being a control freak. That is Chloe.
Totally.
When it comes to her friends, she tries to control everything that they do.
She wants to be
their love lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she actually that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to corner Nick so he could come up in in her suite and see those prenatal pills and start asking questions.
You know it.
But
it was very wrong for that.
Very wrong.
Not her place.
Yeah, a lot of people, I'm looking at the comments, a lot of folks are annoyed at Chloe that she did that.
Yeah. Well, if a friend did that to me, if I was in that situation, I don't know that I would talk to her for a few days. If that's a big intrusion and control mechanism right there. I don't like that at all.
Yep. Yeah, well, you can tell what Sally is trying to do by continually having sex with her. So therefore she can, I mean, sex with him,
Yeah.
so that, she can make him think that he's the father.
But that doesn't really matter.
Wait a minute, I can't say that again.
She had sex with him and Adam in the same weekend. He knows it. So what difference does it make if they keep having sex?
Exactly. I know. Isn't that funny? Do the writers think we're stupid? We don't know how. Yeah. No, none of these women and men viewers know how that works. Let's take them out.
Yeah, and
it's doing it. It'll be yours.
And it's not like Nick doesn't know that her and Adam also just had sex. So
yeah, right. He saw the tumbled sheets,
and she admitted it to him.
And she told him.
Exactly.
So them continuing to have sex is not going to hide anything anyway.
Yeah, I just think that with Nicholas, he tends to try to want to one up Adam on everything. So in his head, he probably is going to try to take ownership to say, "Hey, I was the one that got her pregnant." When in all actuality, it only take one time, and it probably more than likely is probably going to be Adam, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely going to make it Adams just because Nick and Sally are happy right now. So of course they're going to break that up. Yep.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't know if Sally knows that whole relationship, that's going to be a problem.
Now, do you think that she's going to try to hide that from or try to lie about the paternity? Because I don't believe she would do that. I don't think so. I don't think in this situation, I don't think she's going to lie about it. I think if anything, somebody else will change those results. Right. Which I can see Chloe. Yeah. I can see Chloe trying to figure out how to get those results changed to make it Nick. I don't think Victor would do that to make it Nick. I think to make it Adam. Yeah, I think if it's Nick's, he would probably make it Adams.
Who?
Victor.
Oh, that's a good point. Now I will say, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I figured it was coming quick.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she knows that she has to do it. She just is probably trying to take her time to figure out exactly how to work. Like that's not an easy thing, especially since it was playing. Exactly. And it's only been a week.
I mean, it really is a week. So
yeah, because she's the control freak.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. What about the breakup of Lily and Billy?
I mean, everybody saw that coming.
And how many times do we have to break up?
Right.
Let's break up. Okay. Wait, I don't want to break up, but I do. Okay, let's break up. No, wait, let's get another chance. Okay, wait, hold on. Hey, can I talk to you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Lily was probably done a while ago.
Well, like she said, Billy checked out a long time ago.
Yes, he did.
Because it's been all about Chelsea for the last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, and I'm annoyed that he took his little sad, pathetic self and sat outside of Chelsea's door.
That's the perfect word. That was pathetic.
You know what that woman is going through right now. You're going to take your problems because this whole time you have been trying to be there for Chelsea to make sure she's got what she needs and, that she's stress-free and all that kind of stuff. But you think taking your drama, your sadness over to her doorstep, crying, is a good idea?
Well, and there you have the absolute perfect example of codependence.
Right.
And he, yes, of course, he's going to have PTSD from saving her. Because, yeah, what if you weren't able to save her? You had those thoughts would go through anyone's head. That's where you go to a therapist. You don't go to the person who was about to jump.
Yeah, or go to your siblings. You have a loving big sister, Tracy, who would be glad to listen to you.
Yep.
And to help you, sort through your problems. She's a good listener, and she gives good advice. Go talk to her. Why aren't you going to Chelsea?
Do you have her number? I need to call her.
Yeah, somebody said, how can Billy and Lily go to one session therapy and it goes wrong just to break up? That was crazy.
Yeah.
I think they were already I think Lily, like Keisha said, Lily was already done.
Yeah. Yeah, she was over this, And then the crazy thing is that same park that she did not want to be in with Billy, she ended up in that same park with Daniel.
I didn't even think about that. That's so true. Oh my gosh.
I was like, wait a minute, you didn't want to be outside and have
I wonder if they talk about these things when they're in rehearsal.
Chance was wrong.
Chance is an ingrate. I realized that she and Devon hurt him, but when you go back and you look at their relationship and you look at the damage that he did with every single decision he made without her, by the way, left her, didn't talk to her, was gone, was thought dead, was found by her and brought home and nursed back to health, had still was checked out mentally and emotionally, really never fully checked back in. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they did things for each other. That whole Ashland Locke thing, he covered up for Abby's father. Then she turned around and cheats on him. To me, she had a lot of unrealistic expectations when it came to Chance. Because my thing is, you knew that dude was a cop, FBI worker, whatever he was doing, and that was a big part of his life. And then she basically, I understand he needed to get help from the PTSD. That's he needed that. But they rushed that part of the storyline so fast that he went to therapy like 3 sessions and he was ready to go back to work. So it kind of threw us off there too.
Well, it did, and not only that, he wasn't a cop when they got married. He didn't have a badge or a job like that when they got married.
Yeah, but wasn't he working like for the feds or something, which is why they called him to go to Spain?
No, they called him out of the blue and he left her a letter. He was not formally employed. They asked him to go on this mission. They could have asked anybody else. He could have said no.
Now, Jenna said that Abby forced a kid on him. He didn't want to have a kid. Do you guys remember that?
I don't
remember him being anti-kid. I remember him, thinking, it would be great. Not maybe the timing, I don't know, but I don't think he was against it. I have to go back and look. I don't remember.
I don't remember him being against it either. I just thought it was the difficulties that they were facing to conceive. And then when he found out that he was the problem, I don't want to say the problem, that
the problem was within his body. And hers too, because of getting pushed by the demon child that pushed her down the stairs when she was pregnant with Stitch's kid. But the thing about Chance is he chose to leave her a note and leave on a deadly dangerous mission right after they got married. I mean, to me, if that wasn't a case for an annulment, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that whole... Go ahead. Sorry, Keith.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just gonna say the reason I felt like Chance was wrong in that specific conversation with Abby was he's like when she said that they're moving out, he's like, well, This is the only home that he's known. Why are you gonna disrupt his life by moving out? And it's like, you really expect her to stay in the house with you when you guys are going through a divorce?
And you won't even be civil. He's not even being human with her. He's being robotic.
Yeah, and it's just, like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would she want to stay there in the same, share the same space with you, so you can be a jerk to her, and so you can be cold to her, instead of letting her move somewhere where she feels comfortable?
Exactly. Like, and if she's comfortable, isn't the baby more comfortable too?
Right. People get divorces all the time. Kids have to move all the time, and the child is a baby.
He's not going to remember it. I don't remember anything from before, like, I don't think I remember anything from before, like, 2.5 or 3.
Yeah. Like, that kid is not going to care that him and his mom moved into a different household.
I don't think so.
I think his problem was that he thought she was going to move in with the mom.
Here you go. Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying Happy is innocent in any, just in that particular conversation. I feel like Chance was wrong because he basically guilted her into staying in his family's house, and I don't think that was fair.
with Devon, and she was like, "What do you think? You think I'm moving on that quickly? You think we're gonna just jump into a relationship?" But 3 or 4 days ago, you just slept with Devon, and then once the conversation was over with Chance, where did you end up? At Devon. So it's not far fetched for Chance to even think what her next moves were gonna be. I mean, that's just my thoughts on it.
You're not wrong.
Jenna's. Oop, we lost Keisha.
Oh no.
She,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I only even saw a glimmer of, like, so far to me, Chance has no chemistry. Does that make sense? So the other day when he and Sharon were talking, finally a little bit of vulnerability came out, and there I could see that camaraderie conversation going on that they had. I didn't see spark, but I saw light. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe they could be good together. I just hope it's not a snooze fest if they go there.
yeah, that's the only thing I'm concerned about is whether or not it's going to be boring.
Yeah. And I don't know. We just have to see where it goes. But I don't know if I like the fact that she was married to Ray, and now she's. I mean, it's like brother to brother, partner to partner. I mean, I know there's only so many people on the show, but I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah. So, okay. I was hoping I sent her the link to join back in, so hopefully she will. I wanted to ask her question about whether or not she thought what her thoughts was about Chance and Sharon.
Yeah.
Can, Jenna says, "Can we say anything about this show that is exciting?" Oh, she's back. There you go. Hey, keep.
I'm back.
Okay, so
I mean, I don't really have feelings one way or the other about it. I mean, I think I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Like, a couple is a couple on that show. The only time a couple isn't, I guess, necessarily boring is when one of the characters is somebody like Sheila. or Sally or Adam. Yeah, like those kind of characters that have that little extra spiciness to them, or the kind that will make like a couple exciting just because they're fun. You know what I mean? Like we could say Lauren and what's her husband's name?
Michael.
Like they're boring. You know what I mean?
It used to be more exciting when Michael had more of an edge, but I think what I like about what you're saying is it's kind of the yin yang. When you have one character who's kind of that more quiet, do the right thing, like Nick or Sharon, and then you pair them with a character that's not going to do the right thing all the time, like Sally or Adam, or Phyllis and Nick, and then of course, then when you put two characters together that sometimes both do the wrong things, like Sally and Adam. I meant Adam with Sharon and Sally with Nick. You have the yin yang going on.
Right.
When you have the yin yin and the yang yang together, regarding the types of people, it can really dictate either super excitement or super snooze fest.
Yeah. So I think there's more of the boring couples on the show than there are the exciting couples, just because every character can't be a Phyllis or a Sally or Adam or like a Tucker type of character.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you would need the polarity or the parity in the type of people that's on the show.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily think couples are boring, but I understand what people are saying when they say that.
Okay. So now we got this other piece about Jack volunteering to steal a piece of Nikki's jewelry to help Diane. Okay, Trish, I know you got a lot to say about this one.
Y'all, I'm not stealing nothing for nobody. Like, I don't know. I don't care who you are. It's not happening. My answer is no. I am not going to go steal from one of my lifelong friends from one of their homes and invade their privacy and their sacred space, so that this woman who pretended to be dead and made my kids suffer for the majority of his life can, whatever the heck that is that they're doing. I'm just like watching this going, I'm never going to get that 5 minutes of my life back.
And so nonchalant about it too.
Right. What in the world? And he points his finger at Phyllis and says all this horrible stuff, and he's literally going to go steal from a woman he was married to.
And that he's friends with.
And a confidant.
And right now, Jack and Victor have somewhat of a truce, don't they?
Yeah, they've been getting along. So you're about to throw all that away and ruin that.
For her?
For her. And for what? Because there is literally no reason why they have to do this for what is that dude's name again? Jeremy.
Yeah.
Like, what? For what? Because you want to try to set him up to get him put back in jail to protect Diane from him?
Girl, listen, Jeremy keep moving the goalposts. Every time that, they come up with one thing, then he says, no, I need this. And then I need this. And I need this. And they're just going down a rabbit hole.
Jeremy's setting him up is what he's doing. I think he knows that they're trying to play him.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Jeremy is setting them up to do this crime, and then they're going to get caught because he's going to figure out what they're doing, and he's going to turn them in, and then they're going to be the ones in legal trouble, not him.
Yep, I said the exact same thing. I had a conversation about that as well. Jack is probably going to end up being the one going to jail for all of this. Now, the thing is, Diane and Kyle knows about it, so they would be accessories. Monday's episode, Summer is going to find out about it, and she is pissed. And this is one other secret Kyle hid from her.
She should be pissed because that's her grandmother.
You bet. Exactly. Okay, so something just popped into my head. Remember how John Abbott went to prison and died in prison?
Yeah.
Is Jack going to go to prison? I wonder if, is the Peter Bergman thinking about retiring? And are they going to take Jack out the same way they took out his dad?
I hope not.
Oh,
I hope not too. I was so mad at that storyline.
Oh yeah, I was angry about the way John went out too.
Totally.
And they never really made what's her name? What's Michael's mom's name?
Gloria.
Gloria.
All of that happened behind something Gloria did.
Oh, the cream, the face cream.
Yeah, and she never paid for that.
And her ex-husband, Tom, terrible Tom.
Yep. She never paid for that. Actually, they made Jack out to be the jerk and the bad guy in that situation because he was trying to get Gloria to basically pay for what she did to their dad.
Yeah.
That was always frustrating to me, but I hope that that's not what is going to happen with Jack.
I hope not.
Yeah, this thing is getting real ugly, and pretty much.
I don't either.
Yeah, gonna plan a. It didn't even cross my mind until you just said it that someone was gonna find out about this and she's gonna be mad at Kyle about it. I'm like, yeah, that is her grandmother. I didn't even connect those things. That Kyle is basically plotting to steal from his wife's grandmother.
And he just sat at that table with Victor, all smiles plotting against Adam.
Right.
Kyle is getting really sticky. Yeah. What kind of a person wants their kid to suffer like that? They've already made it clear they're done.
Yeah, that's just dirty. It was dirty, and I can't stand that Kyle is even entertaining helping Victor.
Yeah. Same.
Summer is right. Just needs to stay out of it.
All right. We saw Ashley.
And now she's leaving on a jet plane. We don't know when she'll be back again.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, other than Phyllis again, was the conversation that she, I think was that Friday, telling Nikki that they've been lied to because Diane didn't really go out of town and she's back in town now and they've been being lied to this whole time. And it's like, Phyllis, you have literally been lying to everybody for months. And you're pissed off to find out that you were kept in the dark about the Diane plan. I'm not saying that I agree with what Jack and Kyle are doing because I don't. But at the same time, you've also been lying. So stop with the I can't believe they've been lying to me ranting that you're doing. And then it's like, I think right now, I think Phyllis is the only one of those three that is still like hardcore in this let's ruin Diane plan. And she just needs to stop it because it makes her look unstable. Like, just stop, because eventually everything is going to come out and Jack and Kyle are going to feel real stupid. And you don't need to put yourself out there as looking unstable for that to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. The situation does not need your help.
Yeah, it doesn't. And she just won't stop. Like, she's just obsessed with it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what did you
No,
think? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Trish.
I might be obsessed with it too if someone, tried to burn down the pool house and blame me for trying to kill him and all the stuff that Diane did. I don't know. I might have a little bit of my brain that would be obsessed with taking her out too. I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, these stories are so outlandish, but weird stuff like this has happened, and so I don't know how it would be, but I would not be happy that she would be in my town and so closely interwoven with my family.
Yeah, I get it. I would be upset too, but not to the detriment of the relationship with my daughter or
Burning everything
my
down.
yeah, or my mental health, because it's like she is letting Diane completely take over her brain.
Oh yeah, Diane's living rent free in there.
Yeah,
She's
and getting
obsessed.
yeah, she just needs to let it go and just worry about her relationship with her daughter
Yep.
and what she's gonna do for her stuff with Daniel, like that business dealings with Daniel, and just let the whole Diane thing go. Like, there's nothing that you can do to change anybody's mind right now. They just have to figure it out on their own.
Exactly. She's playing a game of you can't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phyllis is only shooting herself in the foot by how she's moving.
Yeah.
And it's coming back as much as she have good intentions in her head, it's coming back to blow up in her face because of the way she's doing it.
Yep.
So, and it's like you say, it's ruining her, it's putting a rift between her and her daughter, even her son, because when she was having a conversation with Daniel, Daniel was like, am I second choice?
Right.
Exactly.
Because she was so focused on what Summer is not. Summer's choosing Diane over me and blah blah blah. And he's like, look, you got to stay focused. I'm here. I'm giving you a job to run up a whole IT department.
Exactly.
So what are we doing here? So I don't, she's damaging the relationships around her.
Yeah, she is.
All right, did we cover everything?
I think so.
We did.
All right, let's move over to Bold and the Beautiful. All right, so for the week of January 9th, for the Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon and Mike professed devotion to Sheila. Bill declared his love, which changed her life. Steffi and Finn were shocked when, without their testimony, Sheila walked free. Taylor offered to confess her crime, and she confronted Bill about the pain he was causing her family. Where y'all want to go?
I mean, okay. First of all, there is no way on this earth that three different men are googly eyed over insane, ridiculous, dead two or three times and come back to life already, disgusting character known as Sheila. I mean, what, what, what did they do between the sheets with this woman that she that now has control over their frontal lobe? Like, I'm watching this happen, and it's, of course, completely, I know it's so, but it's not believable. It's a stupid storyline. Bill looks like a complete and total buffoon, and he's supposed to be this big, uh, dollar bill. You're like a nickel. I mean, what is happening? I'm 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 watching this, and I don't think I've ever watched a show wishing I wasn't watching the show and only watching it so that I could keep up with the other characters and what's going on with them. That's how I feel about this whole ridiculous storyline with Bill and Sheila and getting her out. Like, what did you sit in a room with a bucket full of things like we talked about before, like the Mad Libs, and pick words out and say, well, okay, we're going to do this. It's like, I don't know. What are the drugs they're on that they're writing this ridiculousness and expecting us to be okay with it? I don't understand it.
Well, they obviously are doing something with it, and because of the fact, like Brooklyn Rayner just said, Kimberly Brown is on for another 3 years in her contract.
I'm going to be sick.
So where they go with this, I don't know, but I find it pure comedy. I mean, every time I'm recording it and I'm recapping it, I'm just cracking up because I've never seen something so crazy in my life.
I it's just it's not believable right now because in this like how long have they really been interacting with each other that now they're in love with each other? Like that's the part that makes it the most unrealistic to me is because Bill has somehow fallen in love with Sheila in a matter of weeks, I guess. It's just, and then he seems like a robot when he talks. He seems like a robot now. So it's like, is in a month or two, are we going to find out that Sheila has somehow concocted some weird drug that has put Bill in a trance and he's doing whatever Sheila wants now? Like, that's how he's acting right now. It's like Sheila has him hypnotized, and he's really not like in control of his mental state. It's just weird.
So let me ask you guys a question, and even in the chat, do you think that you know character watered himself down to the freedom and so when he originally came to the show, he was just looking at his character and kind of crazy thing. So
Yeah.
this is saying that really,
I mean, I do think they're similar because that is one of the things that always annoyed me about the way Brooke and Katie would always forget him because they'll talk their crap about Sheila, but then you have Bill, who both of you have been married to, a couple of different times or in a relationship with a couple of different times. He has also done some of the same things that Sheila has done, but yet Sheila is this monster to you guys. But Bill will forgive him because he knows how to, I guess, reel it in every once in a while. We'll forgive him, but we will never forgive Sheila. So I do think they are alike in a lot of ways.
so, and that's the one reason why he keeps saying that Sheila won't change him and that he can be exactly who he really is at his core. What do you think?
But to say that he's in love with her suddenly,
No.
Okay,
like that's where it's like this just is unrealistic right now.
gotcha. What do you think, Trish?
It's completely unrealistic. I mean, it's ridiculous. There is, as we all see, there is zero chemistry of any emotion or feeling. It's like two Michael Myers characters standing there staring at each other, kissing through a mask. It's like what there those kisses were. You may as well have been kissing a rubber blow up doll. It was so nothingness.
Yes, I agree with Trish. There's no
Nothingness.
chemistry between them.
And it's not even just the no chemistry, it's nothingness, like hollow nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It,
all I got.
it's like an empty romance, right? There's
Yeah,
no connection between those two. I honestly, if they, I said actually when I had this conversation with somebody else, what if they had to put somebody like Audra in place, like a Sheila personality with Bill? Would have been different?
to put someone like looks wise.
Yeah,
It doesn't
or
even have
just
anything to do with the physicality of anybody. It's just the there's nothing there. Like when they on my TV screen, I have a 72-inch TV. So their faces in my living room are almost as big as the wall. Their eyes when they're in their scenes together are like the eyes of characters that have gone into becoming a zombie in zombie movies. There is nothing behind their eyes when they're in scenes together. There's no spark, there's no life, it doesn't have attractiveness, attractive people. But these characters looking into each other's eyes, it may as well be stones. There's nothingness.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I
Keisha.
feel like Bill. I feel like that character is like reading a teleprompter when he's in the scenes with her, and
Wow.
I'm guessing that they are purposely having him act like that because when he's in scenes with Brooke and professing his love to her, he's totally different. And the same with Katie.
Yes.
He's totally different. But for whatever reason, with Sheila, it's just like deadpan.
He's dead inside. He's
yes,
dead.
I am in love
both dead inside.
Yeah, like she won't try to change me. I love her. Like
There's no love.
This is who I want to be with. Like that's how he sounds, and it's like it's not working. And I think that they probably could have made this a good relationship had they actually done something leading up to this. Like instead of her checking up with Deacon this whole time, which I'm guessing was a writer's flaw, and they just didn't think about it until now. I don't know. But instead of it being Deacon this whole time, it should have been Bill. And it should have been them like building that relationship between Bill and Sheila, if this is where they were going to take things.
And they wouldn't have even had to have shown any character interactions. They could have shown Bill going into a secret room in his house and then shown Sheila going in through a door with the same kind of facade as on Bill's house, but never even really letting us know that they were going to be together. They did nothing.
Yeah.
We're just supposed to buy this crap? No.
Yeah, the thing is that they dropped the ball in writing because once they went on a high with the whole Thomas storyline, they're like, what are we going to do next? And it looks like once that whole thing ended, Thomas was fired. The next thing we know, we got dropped with this whole Sheila Bill thing.
Right. And I still think that whole Thomas storyline should have been different, but that's just.
Yeah, they could have went a different direction. Now I know he's on a break. He's been doing a lot of hiking and stuff, meaning
he's so cute online with his girlfriend.
I know. But the thing is that they got to come back with something. Now, where they're going to fit Thomas in, I guess we have to wait and see. But I really, honestly, they need to bring him back. And that's the problem with not having enough characters.
Right. What it feels like, throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. And it's not sticking, it just kind of fudged all over the wall. Yes. I mean, if you're a mom and you find out what your kid just went through, absolutely. I mean, what mom wouldn't protect their kids? After Steffy and Finn told her and begged her not to, and why they did that, I understand why they didn't want her to, because they don't know how deep Bill's ownership of people goes, and so it could wind up that Taylor's the only one who pays.
Well,
no, it can't with Sheila. She was never tried. If they tried her and found her not guilty,
yeah, they just.
I need to legal a person here because I'm not a legal person, but I thought it was you. It was the whole trial, not just that you were waiting for to go to trial.
Yeah, I think because they just dropped her charges, she didn't go through a trial. She wouldn't be. It's not a double jeopardy issue.
I don't think. Yeah, that's what I think too, Keisha. I think the same thing. If anybody's a lawyer out there, let us know.
Yeah, I'm typing it in the chat. Can double jeopardy apply?
But here's my thing: is so this time, Bill said, if you guys don't do this, I'm turning your mother in. She doesn't, Taylor doesn't turn herself in. They don't testify against Sheila, what is the next thing that Bill is going to hold over their heads to get what he, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He can hold this over their head again to get what he wants.
Right.
So if I were Taylor, I mean, as hard as it would be, I'm just going to take that power from him, and I'm just going to go confess what I did.
I'm with you on that.
For the sake of my family, just get it out the way. And now Bill doesn't have anything else that he can hold over you.
Right.
Because he could use that to, if he wanted to get shares of Forrester, or you know what I mean?
Yep.
He could take that as far as he wanted.
He sure could.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a really good point. So what do you think about, because we kind of talked about the whole situation with Deacon and Mike Guthrie. Why do you think that Sheila have so much of a hold over these guys?
I don't know. Mike, because he's just a goofball in general. Yeah. Deacon, on the other hand, you know how much your daughter hates Sheila.
I know.
So why are you risking your relationship with your daughter for Sheila?
Ugh.
That I don't understand.
No.
Yeah, what's going to happen when Liam and Wyatt find out?
Oh, it's not going to be good. I can't even imagine.
Liam better jump off that high horse that he's been on with Thomas all this time.
You know it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Liam and Wyatt both.
Yep.
Oh, Melanie said Justin needs to get information on Bill and Sheila.
Oh, I would love that.
Justin would have a lot of information on Bill.
Exactly.
But he wouldn't know what's going on between him and Sheila, because him and Justin aren't friends anymore.
Yeah, well, the word can get around.
Yeah, Bill is going to lose both of his older sons and Will. This is the whole thing. You're going to sacrifice your entire life for this absolutely vile human being.
Because you don't want to be alone.
And you don't have to be alone. You're rich. You can go buy somebody.
Yeah, go find Quinn.
Right? God, that would be hot.
What did
Oh my God, it was trash. That was so funny.
I'm still wondering. I'm still not convinced that Bill is really in this with Sheila. Like, there's something. I feel like there's something that's gonna come out that this was all a setup for whatever reason that Bill had planned. I don't know, maybe so he could be the hero and try to win Brooke or Katie's love back or something.
But it's just hard now. I don't know how.
I know. This just doesn't. This whole thing between him and Sheila just doesn't seem genuine to me.
Dang, they say that Thorsten K is on a 3-month leave.
Oh, 3 months? Okay.
I was wondering when he was going to come back because he's been gone for a minute.
Yeah, Thomas too. I just bring Thomas back.
I wanted him to bring Ridge back with Quinn.
I mean, I guess when you think about it, Thomas has been the steady storyline for how many months now, so he's earned his vacay.
He has. But we miss him.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Everybody is on high alert on Sheila. Do you think the only
I think, Sheila shot Taylor, who was trying to protect Brooke. So, and I think Sheila feels like Taylor owes her another chance because she pulled her off the side of the building, even though the only reason she was there was because of Sheila. I think Taylor should be worried. I think Finn should be worried. I think Lee should be worried. I think they should have those kids have 2 bodyguards apiece because, as we know, one doesn't work. I think everybody should be worried. Sheila's insane.
Yeah, and I think one thing Sheila will do is hurt anybody in that family to get at.
She's gonna take days.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that you were never maybe a direct target of her. If you're related to Forrester or Logan in any way, if she wants to try to hurt somebody, she would hurt anybody in that family.
I agree.
Hold on, I'm typing.
I mean, she shot her own son. I know she didn't mean to, but she shot him and not let Steffi call for help, and then she shot his wife and left them both for dead. So yeah, she'll hurt anybody.
For herself sake. So what Trish was saying, she'll hurt anybody, and she does that to keep herself safe.
No. She literally makes her situation. She creates them by what she goes after. Because when she thinks that she deserves something, she goes after it. She doesn't care if that something happens to be a person who is already fully committed to someone else. The woman has no scruples. She truly has mental health issues. She is selfish, self-centered, narcissistic, and pure evil. So she hurts her own kid and the woman your kid loves and leaves her for dead in an alley.
And you're an adult. Like,
you're an adult and you're a nurse.
You can't blame, you gotta stop blaming other people for your actions. Because the provocation that Brooke, I guess, apparently, when she switched out the champagne bottles was because Brooke told her she would never allow her to have a relationship with
Finn or
Steffi's family.
Yeah.
And then how long did it take her to plan this whole thing out with the switching of the label? So it wasn't like a provocation where Brooke said that and then Sheila immediately punched her in the face. It was, you've had time from that conversation to a couple of weeks later to think about what she said, and then you put your little plan in action. So it's purposeful, intentional, malicious harm that she plans to do to people. And at some point you have to stop blaming everybody else for your horrible actions that you take against other human beings. Like, there's no excuse for it. I don't care what your mental health status is, that you're a narcissist or whatever the case. At some point, mental health cannot be your excuse for your poor decisions.
Yep, take responsibility.
Especially when you're in the medical field. So
yep,
I don't even buy the mental health thing from her.
What did you think about what she said to Taylor about, and that I thought that was crazy. The love that she have with Bill is nothing that she could get from Ridge.
I can't, like, if Taylor was more aggressive character, I could see that character jumping across a table and just pummeling that face. Like, the fact that she pulled that shows right there that not only is she willing to stab you when she's looking at you, she's going to stab you in the heart, and then she's going to twist the knife and smile while she does it.
I don't even believe
that. The character of Sheila is disgusting.
I don't even believe that. Disgusting. I don't even believe that she has the type of love that she thinks she has from Bill, though.
She has no love. She doesn't know what love is.
Well, even if she thinks Bill loves her, like, it's not believable.
No, none of it.
Their love, and I put love in air quotes, is not, it's, I'm not convinced that there is that kind of love there.
Is anybody convinced? Will you ask in the chat, T? Is anybody convinced that Sheila and Bill are actually sharing love?
You just asked the question.
Oh, cool. Hi, y'all.
I mean, it
wasn't sure if we were having problems with being live or not, or if you were just in the chat typing questions. So I wasn't sure.
It usually when
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but she definitely could. She definitely does not have that type of love that she was claiming that she has to feel. Like there's no way. Okay, so I got a question for you guys in the chat. And can you guys hear me? Okay, okay. Can you read in the chat in the chat the word for this? And please in the chat feel and feel. One another said, uh, mm, the Jackson was really cool. We're not talking, that's why you don't hear.
I'm sorry, I'm over here laughing. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why the writers have done this, but I'm sure they'll get us out of it somehow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how.
Right? I mean, at this point, it's just like, you have to see it through because you've watched it so long. But if I was a new viewer and came on, and that was the first part of what I saw, I don't know if I might not continue on.
You should put it in the chat. Below for the one, the Jack and Diane is the worst couple. For the two, in there is Bill and Sheila. That's really good. Really, and Jack has the line Jack and Diane or just how he just really has this independent. He doesn't really deserve it.
They have chemistry, whereas Bill and Sheila do not.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay, so yeah, look like we got more ones though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is wrong with y'all? No.
Yeah, they actually got more ones.
Did y'all misunderstand the question? Did y'all think better couple? I don't know what to say.
I mean, there wasn't really much to it.
Yeah, I don't concerned around that because Katie and Brooke were talking about it, and then Carter came in and told them about it, and then Steffi and Finn told Taylor about why it happened, and then Taylor went to this. I think we covered it.
Yep. You want to go first?
Sure. Okay. So for flip the script, are we doing flip the script first?
Yes.
Okay. So on flip the script for The Young and the Restless, I really wish that they would have changed the script and had Jack tell Diane that he's not going to help her steal from Nikki and that this is getting out of hand. It's just ridiculous. There's so many other better ridiculous storylines we could be viewing. So that's the flip the script for that one for me on Y&R. And then the take a seat for Y&R. Diane, take a seat. It makes no sense. Take a seat on the bus. Heading out, and this makes no sense at all to me. This capitulation to Jeremy Stark.
Mhm.
she has protection. There's no reason for any of this. Like you said earlier, Keisha, it just makes no sense that they're doing this. And then my flip the script. Are we doing them both at the same time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My flip the script for Bold and the Beautiful is that I wish that Steffi and Finn just would have testified and played it out. I cannot believe what we witnessed as they escorted Sheila out, and there's Steffi standing there yelling no, that we can't, hear what she's yelling, but we know she's yelling no, and I'm just sitting there going, it's your fault.
Right.
So that I would have flipped the script there. For the take a seats there, it's basically Bill and Sheila take a couch. It's lie down, have a session. It's okay. A lot of us have therapy. It is a good thing to do. Fix your stuff. That's what I got.
Okay, what you got, Keish?
My Y and R flip is Kyle telling Victor that he doesn't want to get in the middle of the drama with and him. He's got enough drama of his own with his mama.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't need to be in the middle of that. And then my take a seat for Y and R would be Jack and Kyle for that ridiculous plan that they've got going on with Diane. And also Billy for taking his little pathetic self to Chelsea's doorstep crying about his relationship with Lily being over. On A Bold and the Beautiful, my flip would have been that Taylor just went and turned herself in, did not say anything to Steffi or Finn about it because that they were going to try to stop her from doing it, that she just goes and turns herself in to the cops. And then my take a seat is Mike Guthrie's old goofy butt, because he basically put himself in jail, and then I can't remember what he lied about. Kidnapping Sheila.
Kidnapping her out of prison.
Out of prison. So she wouldn't face any more charges. Like, this man cannot be any more dumber than he already is.
I mean, he's not a fall guy. He's a throw yourself on the ground
guy. Ruining your life for this woman who clearly is not in love with you and never has been.
Hey, Keisha, he's the definition of a true simp.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely is. And has been for how many decades now?
I know.
About
20 years.
Yeah, he seriously needs a simp intervention.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
All right, so my Young and the Restless flip the script would have been the whole thing with Chloe and Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the pills, but you didn't have to leave them out so I can get caught up.
Yeah.
And then to take a seat this week is the whole Diane. Diane is playing two in the middle. I'm sorry. She's playing Jack. He gonna end up in jail, and she's trying to play Jeremy, who might be playing her, of course.
Yep.
And then on the Bold side, in regards to my flip, that whole thing, I kind of wish that Finn had a little bit more of a voice this week, but he didn't. He was the one really shot and went for dead, so he should have a lot to say. But I would have flipped that where he had a whole lot more to say. Skip all of this, skip the mom, because that's Steffi and Taylor's issue. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Look, that's y'all issue. You slept with Bill. Your mama shot him. Me, my mom shot me. This is between me and her. Screw all that nonsense.
Right.
And then to take a seat.
Yeah.
Take a seat is Bill, Deacon, and Mike. Y'all crazy and going. I mean, what is her box is made of gold?
Honestly, I was going to say something earlier. It was like I knew it was going to come out wrong, and so I had to just stop my brain because I didn't want to ruin your show. And but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is seriously, what is in there?
Yeah, I mean, I would have said something else like Thought Pocket, but
Oh, that's a first. I ain't heard that one. I'm gonna have to use it. So,
are you all right over there, Trish?
I am dying laughing. Y'all just cracking me up.
there there was one small little, like, less than a minute, where Sheila, I can't remember if it was Sheila or Bill, that brought up the fact, it was Bill, brought up the fact that they could also get Lee in trouble for sneaking him out of the hospital.
Yeah.
They could cause her to lose her license or something. But I'm like, did they not already know that happened? Because Finn is alive.
Because the man is alive, of course.
Yeah. So how would y'all even use that against her?
Makes no sense.
Yeah, I see there's some take some seats in the comment section too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me back up. Okay, so Honey Smile 320 flip is that Steffi seduces Bill away from Sheila.
I don't think Finn's gonna go for that.
Yeah, Finn ain't gonna be too happy about that one. Let me see.
If anything, it would need to be Brooke.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then Honey Smiles, take a seat. Lily needs to chill and just be happy to have a good job with a great salary after being in prison. Neither Chancellor or Hamilton Winters are her companies anyway. Whoa.
Man, tell us how you really feel. I love it.
She's got a point.
Absolutely.
Got a little bit of point.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think that's it. J Money. Okay, there's no love between Bill and Sheila. No. And then Nana says that she can't wait for Phyllis to be on top.
Me too. I love Phyllis.
Did I miss anything else?
Oh, here's the script. Victor finds out Jack is helping Diane, and Victor gets Jeremy to track them both. That was another one from Honey Smile.
That
okay. Cool. Yeah, if you can catch them in the comments, girl, let me know, because I.
Jenna said Brad Bell needs to take a seat.
Yeah, that's funny.
We love you, Brad, but come on now.
Did you see that comment? Trish Eyes Only said, I heard Liam seduces Steffi away from Finn again.
What?
I hope not.
Oh, I used to want that. I used to want Steffi and Liam together because I thought that Steffi made Liam a more exciting person, just like the whole thing we were talking about earlier. And I actually thought that Hope and Wyatt were better together because Hope and Liam together are the same. And it's, it's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's all that. But,
Here's a good flip. This is from Jenna. Summer tells Nikki Jack stole your necklace, but I don't think Summer knows yet.
No, she doesn't find out until Monday.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that would be a good flip if Summer was to tell on them.
Yeah, it would. Because Jack may be the person who brought her into this world, but he's not her dad.
Trish, Brooklyn says that she loves Phyllis as well. She said, I love Phyllis as well, Trish.
Phyllis is fun. She's funny. She's spontaneous. She's crazy. I would love to go out in Vegas with Phyllis. I think we'd have a blast.
Yeah. I've said it a million times. Phyllis has always been one of my faves. It's just right now, I just need her to pull it back.
Pull it back. I'm with you. I do wish that she had never gotten behind the wheel of the car when she ran Cricket over, because that is heinous. And there's a couple of other things, of course, that have been heinous. Not as heinous as that, but all in all, Phyllis has entertained me for a very, very, very long time, and I love Phyllis.
Yeah, Melanie, there is going to be an Adam and Billy showdown on Monday, so that's correct.
Adam and Billy showdown.
Yeah, about Chelsea.
Guys, what do y'all think about this? Because I think, in my opinion, Adam should be so grateful to Billy that Billy went up there and had the gut feeling enough to go up there and save Chelsea. Because if he had not gone up there, she would be gone. And the other thing is just like Chelsea hadn't been thinking about Billy's PTSD, and she shouldn't have had to, nobody else has been thinking about Billy's PTSD of saving Chelsea. No one has really said, Billy, are you okay? And he's obviously not okay. And, but what do y'all think as far as, him, just the overall situation of him being the one who saved Chelsea, do you think it's like a feeling that Adam has that he's jealous, or what's the deal? Because Adam should be grateful, in my opinion.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't think Adam is jealous, because I thought I remembered Adam thanking Billy for what he did.
Yeah, like, he did.
With words he did, but he's been showing him nothing but hostility.
I think that's because it feels like Billy keeps hurting himself in Chelsea's life over and over again when he doesn't need to. And Billy is being, it's like, I feel like Billy feels like, I don't want to say he owns Chelsea. It's more like he is being overprotective of Chelsea when it's not really his place to be that. Yeah. Which is part of the reason why him and Lily's issues became worse than what they were already going through, because he's putting Chelsea in front of everything else. And it's not his place to do that. Like, he did what he did. You know, the initial making sure that she was okay was cool, but it just carried on for weeks where you're at her door unannounced, literally every day. You're calling her, literally. Yes. You're dropping what she's doing every time she calls you and tells you that she wants to talk or, you know, needs to see you. You drop what you're doing and you go to her. And that's, to me, because they didn't have that relationship prior to this. Yeah. To me, it was too much and it was unnecessary. I agree. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I know Adam doesn't want any type of influence from Billy onto his son.
Well, I mean, how can you even think that whenever Billy's daughter's corneas are in your son's eyes?
That's true.
Like, really, you're going to be so hateful to the man whose daughter gave your son sight?
Yeah, well,
no matter what.
I feel like the other thing is Billy constantly craps on Adam.
They do. Like, they both do. They're like flinging feces people. I don't understand it.
Yeah, but I feel like Billy does it a little bit more. Like, with the Halloween, it was around Halloween. I can't remember what it was, but there was something that happened. It's not an example because I can't remember the specific thing, but it was like they were both at Chelsea's, and then Billy left, and he was downstairs talking to Sharon, and said something about how I hope he's not up there upsetting Chelsea, or he was blaming Adam for something, and it was like,
that's not what
did that even come?
That didn't. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about, and it came out of left field.
Hold on a second, Trish. Hey, you guys in the chat, it's like 42 of you in here. Hit that like button. Please hit the like button.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, I agree with you. Billy does do it more, and I think that probably comes from the fact that his dead daughter's going in their head. And I personally think that would make knowing their history. I think from Billy, it comes from a point of, I'm going to do it to you before you do it to me, so you know that I'm still on top of you, doing it to me, doing it to you, doing it to me. It's that whole cycle. So I guess at some point, oh, sure.
Or just stay away from Adam. Yeah. It doesn't need to be in Chelsea's life. Chelsea, yes, they have Johnny, but Johnny doesn't belong to Chelsea. Johnny belongs to Victoria. So he doesn't need to be around Chelsea as much as he is, which puts him in the space of Adam. Yeah. So if it bothers you that much, then stay out of his orbit as much as you can, and you consistently being around his ex-wife and his son does not do that. So you can't control your anger or your feelings about him, and you have to constantly find ways to put him down or talk crap to other people about him. Then you just need to stay away from him.
Right.
But he'll see Adam in the coffee shop and he'll go walk up to him and will have something crappy to say to him. Or he'll see him at society and he'll go walk up to him and, say some little smart comment. And it's like, just stay away from him. That's all you got to do. But he chooses not to. It's like he's got to remind him over and over again how much he dislikes him.
Yep, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah, you guys got anything else?
Looking forward to next week.
Me too. I'm looking forward to when everybody finds out about this stupid ass. Oh, sorry. This stupid plan. Forgive me for my bad language. But this stupid plan that Diane, Jack, and Kyle have come up with. That's what I can't wait for.
Yeah, I'm with you there because it's very frustrating. I mean, I love great, juicy storylines, but you can do great, juicy storylines that aren't just ludicrous. I mean, who in their right mind is going to commit this kind of a crime? Like, none of it makes any sense. And it shows that Jack's unstable at this point in his life, that he's doing this.
Unstable or desperate.
This could give Ashley everything she's ever wanted. She could take over the company.
Yeah.
Without Tucker's help.
Yep, this story is just like Jenna said, this story is dragging on. It's just on and just a further deeper down the rabbit hole.
Well, y'all know I want to see Jack alone because of all of his poor decisions. I've been annoyed with him for a while now, and it would be fabulous if this did lead to Ashley taking over the company because of what Jack just did. Because if he stayed in the CEO seat of the company, it would basically show the world that the company is not in good hands. And because Kyle went along with it, he certainly can't be a singular CEO. So Ashley could just swoop in and the board could say, this is what's going to happen. And then she would be CEO of the company.
Or Victor. Remember, Victoria is company hungry. So
yeah, she is.
Yep. We had a good show, girls. I know we had in and out on the YouTube side and on the podcast side. Thank you guys so much. We are in season year 4 as of this year.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Yay. So you guys stay tuned for the spoilers on the YouTube side, and you guys on the podcast side, thank you every week that you come back and support us. So that's all I have, unless you girls have something else.
Nope, I don't have anything else.
Trish?
Have a great week, everybody.
All right, you too as well, and hit your like button on the way out. We really appreciate it. So until the next one, bye.
Bye.